Hey y'all. So I was shuffling my cards and I was supposed to do a 3 minute upload, but yeah. But you see how I start talking and yeah. Anyways, I knew this video was gonna be more than 3 minutes. So I said let me get on live to upload and talk about this. So the first two cards that fell out was Ten of Cups and the Sun. This let me know we have a divine partnership, a divine marriage that's at play that cannot be stopped, that is going to happen in divine timing. This is going to be a marriage or a partnership that brings a stable foundation. This is going to be two people that brings their family together. So this is gonna be like a blended family. So we're gonna have step parents and step grandparents and step children capture moments as they happen. I don't need that. So 111 was just on my clock. That's a new opportunity, new beginnings, wealth, growth. Um, this is going to be a relationship that's full of emotional support, that brings emotional and mental stability, that brings firm grounding when it comes to emotions. This is going to be a relationship or a marriage that two people are going to be grateful for. And what I mean by two people is like two people are coming together. So I could be talking about 8 different couples in here, or future couples. I could be talking about 12 couples, 3. But this is going to be a blended family that comes together. And you can have one child, they can have one child. You can have 2 kids and they can have 2 kids. Or you can have 3 kids and they can have one. But this is going to be a blended family. This is going to be a male or female that you can trust. You're going to sit here and be able to raise your children together with a blended support, mentally, emotional, physical, spiritual. This is going to be a happy ever after. Like, this is going, I'm like a Strike of Fiona type shit. Like a real marriage. You're going to have flaws, but you're not going to look at them as flaws. Like, you're going to look at them as perfection. And this is going to be a happy marriage. So when I start breaking this down, you guys, I start breaking it down with the Sun card because what I get is I get one person is going to be a Leo, because this is a Leo card. If one person isn't a Leo, they're working within a Leo house, or this is going to happen sometime during Leo season. But I'm getting that both of you guys are independent. You are very grounded when it comes to your finances, your ever doers. You are very fruitful. You work for what you have. You are working people. You are two people that are independent. You are a boss. Like, you work, but you work from the heart and you have your feet planted. So one of you guys or two of you guys are like plants. You like gardening could be helping you guys. You got a bird right here, so you're very in tune with nature and the signs and the symbols. Red cardinal or Aries, Leos. Is it Taurus? I know cardinal signs are very strong. I think that's fire. It don't have to be. Somebody can love to eat grapes. Grapes are very fruitful. They're full of water and knowledge, and they're good for the crown chakra and the throat chakra. Okay, so then what clarified the 2 of cups, I mean, not the 2 of cups, what clarifies the 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, but I said 2 of Cups. So somebody is trying to stop. I'm hearing an evil mother or an evil family member or an evil friend, somebody that don't want you to have love and support if they could not have it. So this is somebody that does not give support, does not want you to give, does not want you to have support, and don't want to give you support. So you have people that's trying to mess with this couple, because I did tell you with the 10 of Cups right here, that somebody is going to be filled with emotional and mental support, and somebody does not want you to have it. They want you to feel dehydrated for some odd reason, like thirsty for a connection, thirsty for a person. This is somebody who's thirsty, okay, trap thirst. Somebody that like to post pictures to have somebody on their inbox. This is somebody who wants attention. some people are meant to have the attention and some people are not meant to have the attention. And I'm getting on somebody who don't get attention because they're not meant for it. When I clarified that Two of Swords, this is what came out. The Queen of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and a Queen of Pentacles. I clarified the bottom of that. When I clarified the top of the Two of Swords, this is what I got is I got the Word card, the Eight of Pentacles, and then the ego. Then the ego. So let me tell y'all, because you guys, you have someone who wants to have the willpower over you to stop a connection. Someone 5:45 on the clock. You break that down, that's 10 and 14. You break that back down to a 5. I'm getting Oya or Shango type energy right there. Somebody thought they had the willpower over you to stop your destiny, stop your happy life, happy wife, happy husband. Somebody feels like if they can sit here and stop you from becoming a Queen of Pentacles, that they will be all right. See, the thing is, when it comes to the Queen of Pentacles, because I said both people are in the Nine of Pentacles. You're Independent. You know, I'm from Louisiana, so we know what that means. Not everybody's independent. Some people are codependent. You have someone that's codependent on your energy, on your savings. So some type of money that you have in savings is something. It's probably your spiritual savings, because if you guys know, we have a spiritual saving and a physical saving. How do you think you have your checkings account in the physical realm? Somebody felt like they have the willpower over you. Somebody feel like they are destined to be over you. Somebody feels like they are way brilliant than you. I just seen 654, so some type of financial resources coming towards somebody. This person feels like if they can stop you, they can gain something. But this is the funny thing. Somebody tried to stop you from being seen, from being heard, from being known or thought of. See, you can't erase something. You can't erase something that's meant to be seen. 7:17 on the clock, which is wealth of opportunities and wisdom. This is somebody who's not really happy where they are. Because let me tell you something, a happy person ain't worried about what you got going on. A happy person is happy. They're content. This is not a content person. This person is mentally ill, mentally distraught. This person is they're stuck in their own illusion, meaning the stuff that they think of in their head and the stuff that they create about you and other people, they believe certain fantasies to be true, even though it's not true. This is a person who dibble and dabble. You know what I mean? For some of you guys, this is a mother, or this is a grandmother, or this is someone who feel like they have more money than you. See, people try to make stuff about material things. So this is a person, this is a man or a woman who can be your mother, your grandmother, your father, your uncle. This is a person who was a maternal figure in your life. 8:18 on the clock, baby. That's peace and prosperity. These people want to mess with your peace and your prosperity. They don't want you to gain. They don't want you to feel loved and feel happy, but you are very protected in the spiritual realm and in the physical. This is something that people can't mess with, and this is why they don't like you. See, in this world that we live in, people don't have boundaries. They don't respect boundaries, and the problem is people don't want to respect you until you make them respect you, and you teach them how to treat you, and you're going to teach them how to treat other people that don't like that. See, this is a person who wasn't brought up how you are brought up, or you can be like me, you can just be knowledgeable and you move with that. See, you live plenty of lifetime. See, you have ancient knowledge. This person ain't got knowledge like this. This is like a person who fell from heaven and thought they knew it all. So when I clarified the top of the Two of Swords, this person did not want you to be successful in a marriage. This person did not want you to be successful in breaking generational curses. See, you are a man or a woman, a divine being that was meant to break generational curses. See, this person was supposed to, but they didn't live up to their position. So you were meant to work with someone. You and this person both could be breaking generational curse. And I said birth. So at birth, it was already predestined between you and this person. And for a lot of people, it's like, oh, I haven't met this person. I haven't, baby, guess what? Just wait your turn. Just wait your turn. Be proud of yourself for where you are. Be proud of yourself that you have not quit, because you have people that are rooting for you. 10-10 on the clock, baby. That's so many doors that are being opened and unlocked, and you have been given the key to the city. Somebody's going to be given the key to the city. Somebody's going to be given a key that open up a different portal. See, people are trying to follow you. These are people who have followed you in different lifetimes that cannot keep up with you. It's like the Men in Black type shit. Like, you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do, and they did too. So you're someone you are considered a firm believer. These people want to break and stop your beliefs, but you won't stop. Even if these people mess with your money, you won't stop. Even if these people mess with your mental or your emotional state, you won't stop. See, you're not a quitter. You're very skilled at this. You're true to this. You're not new. They're new, even if they're older than you. So you have people trying to attack you, even if they try to mess with your sight. So you're someone, your eyes probably been blurry, or you probably have stuff going on. Get you some carrot juice. Get you some red and purple grape juice. Like, take them and juice them. Get you some celery to break that down to your heart chakra, to make that flow come down. And that celery is going to bring water. That water is going to sit in your solar plex. Then you get you some mangoes. Then you get some pineapples. And get you some chamomile tea. That's going to break that down. It's going to lead to your sacral chakra. Get you some papaya. Get you oranges. Get you what's called navel oranges. And meditate. It's the same from stacks. See, I'm teaching you how to break it down. See, you know how you can break it down? You're breaking it down like you're breaking down some weed. You know, somebody thought they was gonna break you down, and they just can't break you down. If they can't break you down, they're breaking themselves down, trying to break you down, and it's making them unhappy, uneasy. And then I have to clarify the word card, Master number 44. The Master number 44 is the Master of Healer. You know how to heal. You're healing not just a foundation, which clarified that broke it down to transformation. You're not just healing a foundation, you're healing a bloodline. You are the curse breaker. You were meant to have this marriage. You were meant to come out of this. You will soon be over here dancing, feeling, you feel love right now. I think these are called white daisy flowers. That's what I think I see. White daisy flowers. That means marriage. That means a proposal. Somebody did not want you to wake up and realize, hey, I'm supposed to be married. Hey, I'm supposed to be this. Hey, I am chosen. Someone didn't want you to wake up to reality about a home, about a foundation, spiritually or physically. See, some of us are not supposed to have a physical home. We're supposed to have a spiritual that creates the physical. Then some of us are supposed to have a spiritual, then it creates the physical. Then for some of us, we get into a physical partnership and we work on it, and it builds our spiritual growth, would cause a spiritual foundation. Everybody is different. Somebody did not want you to go through this change. They did not want you to break curses. They want you to turn your back to a spirit in the Most High. They want you to be full of hate and see, they didn't want you to receive the fruits of your labor, but you are a master healer, and you break it down, and it's an 8. So you're someone, you give people their karma. 1414 is on the clock. You break that down, it's 5-5. You break that down to 10, then you break that down to a 1. You are a leader. You're a pioneer. You put your stamp on stuff. See, people come across you and they think you're naive. They think you're gullible. People try to break you down. People try to stop you. People try to actually teach you that they run stuff, only to find out you really run stuff, because you out here giving people their karma. It's like people can sit here and do stuff to people, but when they come across you or your divine counterpart, that's not how it goes. It stops with them. And then it makes them go within, or the Most High humble them. You are a soldier. You're someone you're supposed to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's something about two homes. One home is being built and another home is there. It's like a property. And that's the end of the sun side that I broke down. And then when it comes to the Ten of Cups, I broke it down to the two divine counterparts again. One of you guys are the High Priestess, one of you guys are the Magician. You both are in tune with yourself. You both know you can create what you want. You both are destined. You both are grounded. You both hold knowledge, not just any knowledge, the divine, the ultimate knowledge, ancient knowledge, knowledge from Egypt, knowledge from Yoruba, knowledge from Brazil, China. See, you're someone, you live in different vessels. This is your vessel. You live in different vessels, different cultures, and you learn so much. See, I always tell people all skin folks are not your kin folks. And I stand by that. Hold on. Make it a little bit brighter here. I always stand by that. All kin folks are not your skin folks, and you're realizing that. See, both of you guys, you have the magic is in you. It's your solar plex. The magic is in your hearts. Be open, be free. It's something about some documents that was put to the side that was going to help you move forward into being seen. That's for two people or one. And then to clarify, the High Priestess and the Magician came out the Knight of Pentacles, meaning it's being protected regardless. This money is being protected at all times. It's a map on how to get to some money or some type of paperwork. And these angels are watching over. I have angels all around this couple because I see it over here with the World card, and then I turned around and then I see it over here with Hermit. I see it with the Chariot, and then I see it right here with the Six of Cups. This is a divine marriage and divine counterpart that it cannot be stopped or delayed. And both people will be rewarded for their hard work. Most importantly, they're always being watched. And one or two people see messages in the sky. It's something about a waning moon.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It's something about a waning moon. This is more like I can see these people coming together, and it's going to be a lot of loyalty. It's like two bloodlines that's in the spiritual realm are coming together, shaking hands, and they have already agreed on this. Do you not know, like in the past, like in history, all this royal bloodline, what it really is like when two people to sit on the throne, they agreed, hey, your son is going to marry my daughter, or my daughter is going to marry your son, and stuff like that. It's like that type stuff. Like this is something that's already is a pact that's agreed on, that we have people fighting for this, and I'm hearing we're rooting for you. Like how Tower said it. So you have people in the spiritual realm that are rooting for this to happen. And not only are they rooting for this to happen, it's gonna happen. And that's why we have the Chariot. And then to clarify, the Chariot is the hermit mode. So the main point of the Chariot is like Cancer. Cancer is like the fourth house, which is like the relationship at the home sector and how people feel about their family. This is like an upgrade. So you have people that are watching this go on, like family members watching this happen in real life, and there are no people. They know these two people are getting ready to come, and then you have some people that are watching you or your divine counterpart on some type of social media. They're watching your house. You have somebody or some people just watching you guys, and they know you are the mentor that you're meant to be. They know you are the scholar that you're meant to be. They know that you're in the position that you're supposed to be, that you will be. You're being scouted out by somebody, because I said scholar. So you're being scouted out, and somebody is actually watching how you lead people mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and how you are emotionally available. Not everybody is emotionally available to teach or to be a mentor, but somebody is watching you step by step, and you're being watched physical and spiritual at that point, and they're watching you balance your priorities in life. Not everybody can balance their priorities, or not everybody try. And that's the main thing that makes you different. You don't just try, you do. You stand out, you stand firm. Your emotional point is not, somebody saying it's like, it's not rare. Like, I have never met somebody that can do this or do that and do this. It's like you're like a jack of all trades, more like the master of all trades. Woo. And then, what's funny on this side is I had got master number 44 over here. Oh, you guys want to y'all want to know what's funny? I missed this. I just caught this. Someone told me to look at the numbers. I have master 44 over here, and then I have 2 6s on this side, which is master number 66, which is the master of all triangle enlightenment, meaning knowledge, wisdom, passion, creativity, all over here. And they're with the fire sign, and they with the fire on this side. Over here, I have the 8 of swords, and on the bottom, on the top of the 8 of swords is the 8 of pentacles. That's master number 88. Also, the master numbers are known as a power number. That master number is master of material reform. So I have master number 44 out here, master number 88 out here. I have master number 66 out here. And I have one person that's in the King of Wands energy, and I have the other counterpart that's in the Six of Wands. And I told you somebody was being scouted out. So one person is receiving the recognition while somebody's already been seen. So I have 2 fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius out here, or I have 2 people that are working with the fire elements, or they're working with that house. So to clarify the Hermit, I have this right here. Somebody's going to upgrade your life. So I'm going to hear a plain Jane bust down like a nice little watch. Somebody's going to upgrade. Oh, the material reform is over here. That's not being worked on. It's the master number 66 of enlightenment. The creativity, it's the fire that's in the inside that's burning. It's the passion that you guys have for each other. Some of you guys don't even have to be in contact with your people during this time. You can be spiritually in the ethers talking to your people or receiving telepathic messages. But one person does not need to be sensitive to criticism, while the other person, they're not sensitive. And what I mean is, somebody is there, they have tough skin. They don't wear their emotions on their feelings, while the other person, they can be sensitive towards it, but it's like something is telling them to actually listen to what the person said instead of hearing. Like, they hear you, but they're not listening. So somebody's trying to somebody's trying to tell somebody something that can help them, but it's going to take for them to bump their head and make that mistake for them to actually learn. I don't know why I needed to tell you that. So to break down the backside of the Knight of Pentacles, I have the Queen of Wands. Not the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups. I keep saying the Queen of Wands, so this is a fire sign. This person is not paying attention to any type of tarot. They're doing a lot of healing. They're healing their root chakra. And their root chakra, what is it about? It's about family stability. It's about the earth element. But it's about family issues, family trauma, what they learn within the family. I'm hearing family business. So somebody has something going on with family business, but somebody was self-sacrificing themselves for a family that they realized it was not worth the pain, the trauma. So they're going within, they're healing themselves and they're loving themselves. And, you know, sometimes we always give to people. We don't give to ourselves how we give towards people. And I just seen 24:42 on the clock. So it's like reverse. That was reverse. So somebody is looking in the mirror and realizing, hey, it's time for me to love me. It's time for me to do stuff for me. Like, you know how some people, especially in a black family, oh, you have to take care of the family, or you have to do this. What's this called? Soul food. I think her name was Terry. She was doing everything in the whole family. She was carrying them on her back. And it took for her to realize that, hey, her husband was sleeping with her cousin who she let in her home, and then her family is making her handle the financial and physical burdens and take care of the household. But when it came for her to sell the house and say what she was going to do because she was in charge, the family got mad. Oh, well, we can do this and we can do that. We can, but they wanted her to do it. She was self-sacrificing everything while her family was betraying her, not helping her. They was burdening her. I like soul food. So Tara was somebody that was very compassionate. So you can be a compassionate person, a very loving person, and maybe your family wasn't. They thought you was a sheep to find out you could be a wolf. But hey, why do I have to be a wolf? I can go and be a sheep and just be a sheep over here and mind my business, and you can be a wolf and you can meet another wolf and see how it turns out. See, what goes around comes around. You know, sometimes what you give out might not happen to you like that immediately, but you will get it. And some people have to realize, especially with this Queen of Swords, she's healing herself mentally and emotionally from the trauma, the neglect, the abuse, the stuff that kids go through that we should not have to go through, especially in this society. This society is fucked up in the head. I mean, everybody. Like, I don't care if you're 50, 60, 70, 40, 30. A lot of people are really fucked up in the head because of boundaries. People don't respect boundaries. People don't respect their own boundaries. Um, they don't respect other people's boundaries. And this is stuff that people learn. Like, this is stuff they learn in the household. Like, for example, your parent just barge in your room. Oh, this is my house. I paid. It's called knocking. It's like people don't create healthy boundaries and they don't have healthy outcomes. And this is the problem with the world. It's like the stuff that we was taught was wrong, and we realize it to where now we have to go in to heal it and then create healthy boundaries. And we have to learn to walk away. A lot of people, they stay around people, family, friends, and exes who do them wrong, who beat them, who betray them, who steal from them, who sabotage, and they stay 27 on the clock. That let me know, right, you break that down, that's 9-9, that's master number 9. That's the master of all balance and master of a humanitarian. So people have to learn to have balance, mentally, emotional, spiritual. In order for you to have balance, you need to be surrounded with peace and be surrounded with balance. And if it's off balance, you got to let that shit go. And the main reason why is, like, if we have a scale, one side is religious, one side should be spiritual, right? You would think a lot of people, like, they don't believe in spirituality, they don't do that. You know how many church people contact me for spiritual stuff and they supposed to be Christians, but they're lying, so they don't do it. The weirdest thing is the scales need to be balanced. A lot of people take religious and they display it, but behind closed doors, they do a lot of spiritual stuff. Like, when you tell a lie on somebody and you spread that lie, that's a gossip. That's that. You go to Hebrews, you are speaking ill of somebody with your tongue, and the tongue is a powerful teacher. So maybe you should go read Hebrews if you don't know what I'm talking about. Also, if you go through Hebrews, it tells you kids do not eat meat, they have milk. Milk is the first thing that kids should have, and as you get older and you turn into an adult, then you get the meat. Meaning, we tell our kids and teach our kids to do certain stuff and how the world is supposed to be. But in reality, that's not how the world is. And then as they get older, they realize, hey, well, we was taught that it is, and the world is the opposite. The world isn't safe. It isn't loving. It isn't kind. It doesn't have boundaries. And when kids get older, they realize that, especially this community right here, you have kids that don't even know they're a target because of this, because of their vessel, and then find out they cannot be kind. And then you have people who find out, because they don't have a certain amount of money, they are a target by the government. Oh, because you don't have this, you don't have that. But then if they work and they work and they work, they can't get the benefits that they need. It's like once you start making a certain amount of money to bring your family and stuff out of poverty or out of a bad environment or out of a bad mental state, it's like stuff start to happen to stop you. So this is what all this is all about when it comes to this couple. This couple is learning stuff about their family, their mental state, how to divide business, how to bring blended families together. This is a marriage that a lot of people want to stop. This is a marriage that people are going to break down. This is a marriage that a lot of people don't see happening because they're too busy trying to delay it. And then I just got a confirmation on my phone. Because somebody's mama isn't happy. Somebody's grandmother isn't happy. Because when you break a generational curse, people who did not break the generation curse or didn't want it to happen, they wanted to keep this cycle going, everything they put out, they got to get it back. Nature, spirit guides, connect with water. So what's going to happen in this marriage is that this marriage is going to bring a lot of peace, a lot of happiness. A lot of you guys, it's weird if you go into nature, only if the people who know, you know what I'm talking about and what I'm getting ready to say. When you go into nature, you find some type of peace. You feel some type of energy around you. You feel like it's people there and you know it's people there. So you speak and you talk to them. It's your spirit guides. See, you're going in nature and you're connecting more. You're being called to. And it's funny because I said earlier, somebody wants you to be dehydrated and it said connects with water. So you need to drink a lot of water. You need to go surrounded with water. For a lot of you guys, should go fishing. But when you get older, you and your kids, you're gonna have kids that are emotionally and mentally available because you're going to be there for them. You're going to share knowledge and wisdom. See, your spirit guides connect with your kids. So when I say this blended family is coming together, it's very protected. It's very protected because it was supposed to happen. This is the purpose. It's like you're answering your calling. It's like people are answering their calling, and this calling is for people to come together and to create real kings and queens, real emperor, empress, not the stuff that we've seen where people are eating babies or having sex with kids or going on an island, impregnating them and cloning them. This is not that same type. Back to the basics. You're going to teach your kids the basics. You're going to teach your kids how to work, how to stay dedicated, to use your willpower in the correct way, to use your freedom wisely. See, sometimes we lose our way on our path, but when we lose our way, we're still on our path. We're just gaining knowledge from mistakes that we have made. It's something that we need to see about the people or the environment. Sometimes you know how you can fight for someone for so long and be rooting for somebody, only for them not to fight as much, not for them to give up. So what I'm saying is sometimes you have to stop fighting for people and let people fight for themselves. That's for somebody. And that's what you're realizing. Like, you can't fight for everybody. You can't bring everybody with you. See, this person got their head down. They're disappointed. Like, it's like a pack. And sometimes you lose people that's a part of your pack because everybody goes their separate ways. Everybody have their own paths. Some people you might see later on, and some people you might not. They might not make it. And you got to realize stay grounded. Some people are learning. You have to learn survival skills. You have to learn how to hunt. You know what it feels like to be prey. So now you have to be the predator. Now you have to be the hunter, even though you don't want to hunt, but you're doing it to survive. So somebody's learning basic skills, survivor skills. You're reducing your load. You're carrying a lot on your shoulders even if it's not yours, from other people. Okay, somebody, you're meant to empty out what's not yours and leave people behind. It's like a wounded soldier. You don't want to leave them behind, but sometimes they're baggage, so you gotta pray for them. What movie was that? I forgot what it was. It was a movie that was out, I think Vietnamese, or they're out with someone else, and the guy who got hurt, or he shot in his leg or his ankle, he couldn't move, he couldn't fight anymore. He told him to leave him behind, even though they didn't want to leave him behind. And later on, at the end of the movie, they met up with him because he survived. He was weighing them down. So he decided to stay back and defend and fight and do what he needs to do. And they thought he was dead, but in the movie, he ended up catching up with them and then getting on the plane. But he was slowing them down. Had he stayed with them, a lot of them would have got killed, or they would never met their destination. Something like that. Your ancestors are always watching over y'all. Oh my God. I see. You know what the weirdest thing is? The whole time when I was shuffling these cards, I'm like, why I seen this before? I seen myself sitting here reading these cards exactly like this. And it took for me to sit here to finish saying that and look down and lean back. It's like I astro traveled forward, came back and realized that I'm sitting in the seat doing exactly what I already seen myself do. Is where I do that a lot. I actually had somebody do that with me before, and we went somewhere, and then we both seen each other. And when we talked about it in person, he was like, "Man, I thought I was tripping, but when I seen you, da 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 da, and then you called me, asked me, hey, did you just see that?" Then we both met up, and he was like, "That was the weirdest thing." He said it happened twice. That's weird. I mean, it's not weird. It's fun, but yeah, you can't do that with. You can't do that around other people. People don't know this, but you got people that can try to steal your vessel and your soul as you go and do that. It's weird how I want to explain it, but the ones who know, somebody can get in your vessel like that. That's why you're not supposed to do it around everybody. I remember this guy, Jatavian Williams, he kept wanting me to meditate with him, but I wouldn't do it. And I didn't understand why, but my grandfather was telling me not to do it because he wanted to be in your skin. And I ended up finding out why later. Connect with water. You need to stay hydrated. So put the sodas, the cokes, the stuff down. The fast food, put it down. Some of you guys need to stop eating that meat. Have y'all ever seen? Okay, so this is the weirdest thing. I bought some meat one time. It was chicken. But when I was defrosting it and when I was prepping it and cutting it, it didn't cut or look like chicken. And I knew I wasn't tripping. So I went in my refrigerator and got another pack of chicken and wait for it to defrost. The only reason why I went to the store to get another pack of chicken because it'll be quicker. And it was already defrosted. So I waited for that chicken and then I started to cook. I'm like, this is like two different types of chicken. One wasn't chicken and I knew I wasn't tripping. So I cooked both of them. And then me and other people was eating it and was like, yeah, this is not chicken right here. But some of that meat is being made in the lab. I knew I wasn't tripping though. I knew I wasn't tripping. Tune in and connect. When you drink water and you hydrate yourself, you keep yourself hydrated, you can be more connected to the ether, to your spiritual realm. So, see, you can understand nonverbal communication. Like a lot of times I pay attention to the music I hear. I pay attention to the stuff I see on my laptop, my phone, the numbers, the clouds. I pay attention to pretty much everything that's verbal, nonverbal, especially with the birds, the animals. I know the totem. Pay attention to the plants. A lot of stuff I be thinking and popped up in my head, and then when I go looking for it, oh, this, da, da, da. Like sometimes we don't have to be verbally told. Like say if I have somebody right here, they'll be talking to me, like in real life, like a physical person. The fact that my spirit guides and my grandfather, especially my grandfather sitting right here, I can understand him. I know where he's at in the house, when stuff like that. Like a lot of people are not really tapped into their intuition and message, but drinking a lot of water, cutting back on caffeine, cutting back on sodas, cutting back on eating a lot of meat, a lot of rich bread. That word rich, no. If you look at a lot of the wheat breads and a lot of the bread periods and pay attention to, that's not good for you. So a lot of you guys need to cut back and start taking in more water, more fruits, more vegetables. You need to surround yourself with water. So go to the lake, go fishing, go just sit there and take a deep breath in and talk. See, a lot of people don't do this anymore, and a lot of people don't do it at all, and a lot of people wouldn't talk like that. So when they hear somebody like me say stuff like that, they look at it like, yeah, whatever. So, me, I ain't gonna fight you to do what you need to do. Whoop. Be thankful and up skills. A lot of you guys have the skills to teach, to guide, and a lot of you guys need to be grateful for the mentors and role models that you have in your life. Like my grandfather, he was my mentor. My grandfather talked to me when he realized when I was young, like, hey, this person talked to spirits. This person know all our secrets, because y'all used to tell my whole family their business, their secrets, and they'll look at me like, this motherfucker is crazy. But it's not, oh, you crazy because you're crazy. It's crazy like you know too much and don't nobody tell you this. Like you guys, I used to go in the attic and talk to the spirits. I used to play with them and everything else. Like, yeah. And I used to sleep talk my ass off. So me astral traveling when I'm meditating, astral traveling when I'm sleeping and stuff like that. That's why I got to keep my house protected. A lot of you guys need to be grateful for the skills that you have, the talent that you have. A lot of you guys need to be more grateful for the people that you have in your life, your family, your mothers, because not everybody have a positive mother or a positive father. They don't come from a positive background. Some people get it out the mud and they are the one who end up breaking generation curses and then have to teach their families, and they have to build a family on truth and on knowledge and wisdom because they didn't come from that. So be grateful if you do come from that, because you know how everybody was trying to be from the hood. 4114. Somebody is like, people are trying to live a life, especially in our society. They try to tease people who did not come from the hood because they're privileged, because they want to come from that. And then you got people who make people feel bad for being privileged, for, family having so much, who parents did what they had to do. And then you got some people who got picked on and then they want to be from the hood. They want to gang, they want to shoot, then they fuck around and get shot by a bullet. Not, it's stuff like that. Like, be grateful for what you have and what you come from, the knowledge and the wisdom. Be grateful for your job. Be grateful for your income. A lot of you guys, I'm hearing somebody's a priest or a preacher. That's like my grandfather. He ended up being a pastor and stuff like that after he just served in the military for like 25 years. He's worked for the federal civil service for 23 years. Not to mention, he worked for different bases. He stayed in Rochester, New York. He stayed in Maryland, Pennsylvania, South Carolina. He stayed in Chicago. He stayed in France. My grandfather stayed everywhere, you guys. You should see like the paperwork I have on him. I'm like, dang, like this man really did travel, like he's telling me. So sitting back and realizing, hey, I'm more like my grandfather than anybody in my family. I am grateful for the knowledge that he shared with me. I'm grateful for the words of wisdom, because it was one point in time that I gave up on God. I'm not going to lie to you, baby. I said I wanted to dance with the devil. The Lord gave me my goddamn wish, baby. I wish I'd never wished for that wish. But I had to learn, because everything that glitter isn't gold. And people would make you think they got it good and they got this and they got that, and the whole time that's a facade. So basically, don't be wishing for what you see. 43:13 on the clock. Don't be wishing for what you see or what you think, because people always want to fill your shoes and want you to be in their shoes. You got people that want a destiny swap. You're meant to be chosen regardless. You I don't care what type of life you have. I don't care what type of mistakes you made. I don't care if you feel like, hey, I should have did this 20 years ago. I should have did this in my 20s. I should have did this in my 30s. I'm starting like that. Baby, time is an illusion. Stop. We waste time saying, what if I should have did this, could have, would have, could have, should have, shit. See, be grateful for the knowledge, because you're going to pass these knowledge on to your grandkids and your kids. You're going to pass this on to your great grandkids. Then hopefully by the grace of God, you do right, to where he let you come back down here and live in your riches. Live that life that you want to live, or have eternal life is your spiritual inheritance. You get to go through the pearly gates, because not everybody get to go there. Because my dude Jesus, he at the gateway, denied. See, be grateful. Oh, and for a lot of you guys who do altars and stuff like me, uh, leave some food, some fresh fruit, some incense, some candles, pray. Because I see a praying mother that's happy that her kids are going to school, because she can be someone that did not finish school, or she can be someone who had to drop out of school because she got pregnant. But for some people, it's like, oh, well, she should never got pregnant. The resources that we have now, people didn't have that. So say if somebody got pregnant, and back then, the weirdest thing, the disgusting thing, they was giving 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds and 12-year-olds away to grown men for their family to be financially taken care of. I wish I would give my child away to be financially taken care of. No, you go to school. I'm gonna carry these burdens, because at the end of the day, I'm the parent. That's where a lot of the human sex trafficking came from, because back in the day, and they still do, a lot of families still do, they give their kids to all these men for financial securities or mental material securities. And a lot of you guys need to be grateful that you didn't have that happen, because a lot of people had that happen and they're fucked up in their head. They're fucked up mentally and emotionally, because they don't know who to trust, because it's the stuff that they endured by their own family and friends and community that isn't okay. So teach your kids about the stuff, about the red flags, about the wrong people, about talking to you. If anybody telling them that they have to keep secrets, you're supposed to be teaching your kids that, because this is what we failed our kids at, that we don't pay attention to everything, everybody. That's like when I had a dream that my cousin husband possibly was trying to mess my baby. I ain't send no work to him, but he got it from the other side, not me. But you have to be careful for that. I had a dream, baby. I ain't let my daughter go back over there no more. And the weirdest thing is, it's the ancestor that came and showed me, like, you gotta watch him. Oh, okay. See, I stay tuned in. I'm gonna be tuned in. Once I see or feel something, I have to go with that. It's called gut feeling. Your gut feeling, that's your solar plex. That's the Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius element, the fire element. So I'm just saying that for some people, you have a new beginning that's coming right now, especially during this cold season. Right now, we're kind of between. I don't think we're in winter season anymore, or we might still be in winter season. Let me see. Because I know spring is getting ready to come, and spring is really the beginning of the new year and the new season for the ones who don't know. Okay, spring season start March the 20th, so we are still in winter, the winter season. So right now, it's good for it to stay indoor. It's good to hibernate. You could be FaceTiming people, talking to people. You know how during the wintertime you want to spend time with people, spiritually get in touch with your people, talk to your people. Just like you'll call somebody on the phone or you'll swing by their house, you need to do that as well. It's time for a change. Somebody, your body. We need to work on our body right now, because we've been eating too good. Oh, the outfit is from She Wasted. I love this, you guys. A lot of you guys are called to be an open channel. I just told you that. I said a lot of you guys need to be tapped in, talking to your ancestors, talking to the people in your house, just like you'll talk, just like you'll sit here and talk to somebody on the phone. I just told you to be an open channel. You're a messenger. You get messages. You're called to get messages from the ancestors and spirit guides and reconnect with Mother Nature. You're in tune mentally, or you're called to be in tune. I'm speaking for some people who are in tune and some people who are tapping in, who are trying to feel the grounds and stuff like that. So I said feel the grounds, so somebody's getting rooted and grounded. And I did tell somebody to work with plants. Get you a snake plant. I would say get you what is it? It's called a vine something. It's a vine something, but it's to help your crown chakra and to create a peaceful environment around you. I forgot what that plant is called. It's called vine. It's vine Vinci or Vinci vine, something like that. Then it's another plant. It's called the nickname is ears to the heavens, meaning you are to listen to the messages. For some odd reason, somebody need to work with those plants, because they help your crown and your third eye chakra, especially if you feel like you have a stagnant or negative energy in your house or surrounding. Somebody need a sage out their house. You need to play you some gospel music. Okay, somebody's in a spiritual warfare for real. I said for real. That sounds like some east side, some east coast stuff. That's gonna bring balance to you. It's gonna help you with peace, teach and share. I told you, I said somebody is gonna be a teacher, somebody's meant to be a teacher, or some. I can't clarify this good enough. And then I told you, okay, so as you was young, you could be someone that people consider a teacher's pet, or you can be someone that dad was understanding what your teachers was talking about and stuff when you was sitting back and analyzing. You're in your teacher's shoes. This could be mentally or emotionally, but a lot of you guys are giving instruction and you're educating people. You can be at colleges, you can be a counselor. A lot of you guys are teaching. You are being looked at as mentors. You are teaching people spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. That's part of your upskill, to teach what you have been taught, to use what you have learned, to use your experience. You're going to birth a whole new nation out here. It's like a new nation is being birthed, because I told you the past people, if you go on Hebrews, it tells you that God did away with the old covenant because they wasn't doing right by their spiritual gifts. They wasn't doing right by themselves or their community or their environments. And they was not giving love to people out in the communities, people that they looked at different than them, better than them and stuff like that. So he did away with the old covenant. So now he has picked the new covenant, and people are rising, and that's why you're under attack. That's why your kids are under attack. This is why stuff is going on in your environment, your community, your households, your schools. Like this stuff with Trump and stuff. Trump administration is just here to show you guys that the devil been using certain people, certain agencies, certain schools, and how it's been moving. He's revealing it to you, because he know it's time that they're getting ready to fall. So I'm gonna do what I want to do and how I want to do. And at the end of the day, Trump is here and he's showing people with his administration that, hey, we've been doing this and we've been doing that. So this is an eye opener for people who haven't been fighting. Like, baby, you wonder why we got all this human sex trafficking and kids coming up missing. Look who's in charge. Look what they've been doing. Like Linda McMahon, she went by another name. She said she changed her name or something like that to Caroline. Is Caroline something or whatever? But that's not why. She ended up changing her name recently only because of the stuff with her husband with the sexual allegations, which is why he ended up stepping down from CEO and stuff like that, where people already knew that was going on. For Linda McMahon to be in the Department of Education and her husband has ties and has even sexual stuff going on with kids and other women, that's the biggest red flag that shows that it's been everywhere. This is why people been going up missing. Doctors was being used, social workers was being used, police officers, firefighters. Everything was being used, and the people that we put in charge and that we had in charge was misusing their position and their power. And this is why God did away with the old covenant, because he knew it was going to happen. So to say he gave you a chance, because you know that's like when a woman don't want to give a guy a chance because, oh, he looked like a player, he looked like a cheater, he looked like a bar. And a man is trying to persuade her so hard, and he's getting mad because she can read him, she can see him, and then she give him a chance only for him to do exactly what he already knew. It's like God gave them a chance to do right, but to say that he gave them a chance because he knew their heart. So most people, their heart, you can tell what somebody's heart is like by their actions, by their words, by how they carry themselves. That is what's being taught. And I just birthed this confirmation. Explore your creativity side. You're somebody, I'm getting somebody's accountant, someone does a lot of paperwork, a lot of documents. Then I have somebody that's artiste. So I'm feeling that somebody that's artistic is good at art. That's how they express themselves. And then I'm getting somebody that's good as say if I can go here, I can paint this whole picture. When I paint this picture and somebody was to come and ask me about this picture, I can give them every details, why this, why that. I can go into very good description. Somebody might not be able to go into description when it's time for them to express themselves. They express themselves from pain, and then if somebody was to come up and to ask them questions, they can break it all down. So everybody is different on how they handle situations, how they express themselves, how they connect with their emotions, how they connect with their creativity. It's like me paying attention to all the kids I'll be having in the classroom. I can tell you who, what, why. I can tell you this person remind me of this person that I went to school with, so I know this person have this trait. Oh, this, and that. Oh, what's your water sign, huh? Oh, what are you, Scorpio? Oh, I can break that down, tell about each and every kid. So a lot of you guys are like that. Certain energies, certain spirits on people resembles people of the past, of the present. It's like you're getting to feel around. Remember when I said like feel around, and then I said get grounded? Yeah. Oh, I was not supposed to go this long. I'm going on 45 minutes. My reading started on one thing and went all the way down. But hey, be grateful that you have the talent and the skills that you have, because a lot of people want your skills and talents. They just want to do right with them. And some people had them and they lost them. And today, all moon, not all moon, but what it was the alignment of Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune with the Earth and the Moon today. Because yesterday the Moon aligned with Jupiter, and now today all of those are aligned today. So I will upload some readings about that. Stay tuned. You guys won't believe, before I did all this, I ended up lighting some sage, and I lighted just a little bit. Y'all, when I tell you, that sage had smoked out my whole apartment, I ended up having to open the doors and the window to get it out, and then it was started burning. So that's like I needed a good cleansing in my house, and I felt relieved. You got somebody that did you wrong that want to come back and ask for your forgiveness only because they're going through hell right now? That's food for thought.